Fabricio Werdum. All right, our tail of the tape brought to you by Performance Inspire, the all-natural high-performance line of sports nutrition, trusted by athletes and health enthusiasts. Visit pi-nutrition.com. Werdum will be 40 later this month. Alistair Overeem still going strong at 37. Both fighters 6'4" tall. 239 pounds for Werdum, 253.5 for Alistair Overeem, who has the 3-inch reach advantage. Now to get to the introductions for this co-main event, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. This fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 42 wins, 15 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 253.5 pounds. Fighting out of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, presenting the former Strikeforce heavyweight champion and the number 3 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Alistair Overeem. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 21 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 239 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, by way of Porto Alegre, Brazil, presenting the former UFC heavyweight champion and the number 1 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Fabricio Werdum. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. The rubber match between Werdum and Overeem. Brittany Palmer, thank you very much. Ready to go. With this most anticipated 3rd meeting, there he is, Fabricio Werdum.
Ready. Let's fight.
And Alistair. Fight Clock brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
That's his new opening, I guess.
You don't care about your Fight Clock sponsor. Werdum, number 1 ranked contender in black. Alistair Overeem in blue, ranked number 3 in the world coming in.
Interesting how Overeem's standing. Hands down low, wide stance, almost inviting Werdum to strike so he can counter.
And maybe hands low so he could easily defend takedowns, dig for underhooks, but gotta expect Fabricio Werdum to open up with combinations and not really telegraph those shots.
Well, also, though, the hands low, you don't know when those hands are coming.
No.
You're seeing them coming from real weird angles. And Fabricio being a little cautious, sitting on the outside.
That's how Overeem caught Miocic in that fight when he rocked him early. Caught him for a second with a long-range punch.
That got Werdum's attention. He did a nice job at least getting that right hand up.
He's really found a home, Overeem has, in Jackson's. It's really transformed his overall MMA game.
Yeah, he loves to travel and get different looks, but you're right, he always ends up in Albuquerque to put the finishing touches on the camp.
His style has become much more intelligent.
And this is interesting. We haven't seen him this patient, though, recently.
Well, we saw him in the Junior Dos Santos fight. He lured Junior in.
Yep.
Junior became a bit impatient, and that was his downfall in that fight. Ooh.
Haven't seen any of his signature oblique and side kicks either, which very powerful when Reem gets those going on your lead leg.
2+ minutes gone by here, round 1 of a possible 3. Coming up next, UFC Interim Middleweight Championship, Yoel Romero, Robert Whitaker.
A lot of feints here, a lot of figuring each other out. Remember, these guys have both fought. They fought twice.
each own a win over each other. When you got a guy like Overeem being this patient, you know, really smart for Werdum to feint. Try to draw out the counter or freeze him and then throw your combination. Get him to flinch a little bit. You got to throw off that counter striker's timing somehow.
Overeem continues to switch up the footwork here.
Yeah, he's very good at that. He's always doing that, always giving you different looks. And the consequences of making error against him are so grave. Oh, he caught him, clipped him with that right hand.
Both times Werdum has gotten clipped, he has immediately pressed forward into range.
Well, that seems to be what Reem is trying to do here. He's waiting for Werdum to close the distance and catching him coming in.
Overeem able to back up out of the way of that Werdum jab offering. Less than 90 seconds now here to go round one. Beautiful body kick by Cavallo. He's attacking the body early, Brian. That seems to be the strategy.
Boy, and he's excellent when he really puts his combinations together and finishes with those body kicks. That's been a big part of the success of Werdum's striking game, is really putting together excellent 2- and 3-strike combinations.
Alistair has really fallen into the role of counter striker, particularly in this fight. He's really looking to lure Werdum in and pot shot him.
And you know, the danger of that is you could fall behind on volume. You know, he may feel like he's landing the better shots, but right now, Werdum is outlanding him.
Albeit slightly 6-2 in terms of these significant strikes landed through 4.5 minutes.
Werdum with the front kick to the body. Yeah, not a lot, right? The numbers are low, but they're in Werdum's favor currently.
So the 06 meeting went to Werdum by submission.
He caught him again with that right hand. That's twice.
2011 meeting went to Overeem by decision. All right, 5 minutes in the can. Tonight's Corner Cam brought to you by Performance Inspired, the all-natural high-performance line of sports nutrition trusted by athletes and health enthusiasts. Visit pi-nutrition.com.
We won the first round. Good. We got the first round. Let's get water slow. Take your time. Let's start jabbing. He's trying to get you in so he can counter. We have to feint. Let's make him burn and let's attack. We have to step a little bit more. Your kicks are good. If you...
Iets meer op je gemak, iets meer die eigen spel spelen. Fakes erin houden, bewegingen erin houden, oké? Counter die trappen van je. Counter die trappen.
Chrissy Blair getting us going for round 2 here of a possible 3. Brian, any major takeaways from either corner there after round 1?
Well, I like what Cordero told me. He wants him to step into his combinations more. He feels like Werdum is just falling a little bit short on some of his punches and kicks and wants him to kick more. Here he comes, a flying side kick again. Again, I just think for Overeem, it's a dangerous game he's playing because rounds that close, he may think he won that round, but man, when the total strike count is 7-4, you never know what way the judges are going to go with that.
Yeah, very difficult to judge, but he did land 2 good right hands, and Fabricio didn't land anything that was comparable.
But why leave it up to chance like that? Throw a little bit, be a little bit more assertive, throw more volume.
I agree, but he may have this idea in his head that the way to win this fight is by knockout. He clipped him with the left hand there.
This in Alistair Overeem is the most accurate striker in the history of the UFC's heavyweight division. Landed
good
there.
Kick to the body, good takedown defense by Overeem, and Fabricio drops down to the guard. Interesting. If Overeem decides to stay here, I'll be shocked. I'm shocked.
Well, he stayed there with Frank Mir. He stayed there with Stefan Struve. Had a lot of success with his ground and pound. He told me on Thursday, look, I'm not afraid to be on top of him. Didn't want to be underneath Werdum, but wasn't afraid to be on top. Let's see if Werdum can make him pay for it.
Werdum on the ground is a nightmare. Whether you're on top or on the bottom. I mean, we saw that in the Fedor fight in particular. The first guy to beat arguably the best heavyweight ever.
Smart move there by Overeem.
He can do things to you off of his back that very few fighters can. I mean, you're talking about a legit, multiple-time world champion in jiu-jitsu.
And he's training with some of the best guys in the world currently in jiu-jitsu, so he's still learning and evolving too, training with Cobrinha in California.
Overeem seemingly in no rush here as we approach the 3-minute mark of this second round.
Fabricio with the right hand over the top. There's that kick again by Werdum in there. Werdum to the body. Alistair showing him that leg. Oh, beautiful left hand. He stunned him.
And there's the nasty knees possessed by Overeem as well.
How long you hang out here, Joe?
0 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, he should treat Fabricio's body like it's on fire. Just jump out of there the moment you go to the ground. But he's very confident in his ground game, and he's also proving a point that he can survive in his world.
Small cut opened up on the bridge of Alistair Overeem.
He stung Fabricio with that last exchange before they went to the ground.
That was a nasty uppercut, and then the knee to the body as well. Overeem has some of the very, if not the best knees in the game.
He's thrown that lead uppercut a few times without any setup. That one certainly landed significantly. There it is again. 2 minutes now to go in round 2.
Oh, man. Switch stance, look at that, clipped him. The kick to the body was brilliant.
Man, beautiful combination.
So agile, too. I mean, you forget how well he moves for a big guy. What is he doing here?
Point, I mean, he's got Werdum thinking right now. Normally, when Verdum's at his best, he's throwing non-stop combinations like against Travis Brown. This is hesitant as we've ever seen Werdum on the feet, especially in recent years.
Yeah, I agree. And I think what we're seeing here is what Alistair said. He said he's a very different fighter than the first 2 times they fought. And he is absolutely showing that tonight.
Both guys very flat-footed here, just over a minute to go in the round. Nice combination there, and a big right for Werdum.
Nothing landed. He's sliding away from him. And Alistair pops him with the jab.
Interesting, hands low for Overeem, and he's circling pretty consistently to his left. See if Werdum sees that, maybe throws a right high kick, because the hands are low.
But he's constantly switching stances as well. There's a good jab. Very good jab by Fabricio.
Boy, follow it up with more, though.
See, Alistair's looking to pot shot him. He's looking to throw that shovel hook from the left side. And that's the same punch that he knocked out Junior with.
And almost knocked out Miocic with as well in that title fight. When Reem wants to play sniper from the outside, he's very good. Yep. Again, just plants and drives forward quick.
And good footwork there as well. Ooh.
So a strong second round for Alistair Overeem. 10 minutes now in the books.
Let's take a look. Here's kick to the body. Werdum looking for the takedown. Excellent job by Overeem digging for the underhook and then gets Werdum to pull guard. Overeem would eventually get out of there. And there's that beautiful uppercut that stunned him, followed by a big knee to the body. Man, just so much power when he throws those knees. And the looping left hook that he threw as well, doing an excellent job pot shotting and then followed up with this kick and then the right hand over top. Beautiful combination there. There's the jab, though, later in the round. That looked like it stunned Reem for a moment.
Yeah, good, solid, stiff jam.
Every time you come with the jab, he tries to the left. But you have to get him. He's already given you your best. Now let's show our best. That's the best he has. Now let's show him our best.
Interesting advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Third and final round, Alistair Overeem, Fabricio Werdum. Massive 5 minutes in front of these guys right now. Joe, you mentioned earlier tonight the uncertainty of Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos, and Francis Ngannou have a date in September, but Huge, huge 5 minutes coming up here.
Yeah, and this really doesn't this highlight the real problems with the 10-9 system, or the 10-point must system? Because maybe Fabricio Werdum won that first round by 10-9. Maybe Alistair Overeem won the second round by 10-9, but it's a very different 10-9.
Right.
You couldn't call it 10-8.
No.
But clearly he won it by a much wider margin than the first round was won by Fabricio. If in fact Fabricio won the first round, which very arguable that he didn't. But it really highlights the problem that we have with the scoring system in MMA, which is why it's unfortunate that Nevada hasn't adopted the new system.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially Nevada.
Well, and it's just awful for these fighters, too, because they can't get any consistency. And this is what we need to see from Werdum. He's got to get busier.
He is, but none of that stuff really found a home.
No, again, though, he's at his best here where he throws nice combinations. He's just been very hesitant tonight, and I think it's costing him.
There's a nice knee.
Absolutely.
He could still steal this fight.
Oh, absolutely. He certainly can, and seen him press the action a lot more here in round 3.
Yeah, I mean, again, we really have no idea who won round 1. Unless there's some severe incompetence, I got to think Alistair won round 2.
Right. Again, he goes to that lead left hand.
But there's a bit more slop to it now. There's a bit of fatigue showing. It's a bit more flat-footed.
Oh,
he hurt him.
Werdum knocks down Overeem with a knee.
Overeem's got to be careful. Oh, he slipped out.
Slipped right out of it.
Boy, Werdum has got to fight to get off his back right now.
Yeah, that was the best moment in the fight for anybody.
Werdum reverse somersaults out, back to the
Alistair
feet.
still wobbly.
Uppercut Werdum. Oh, you're right, Joe. I'm not sure Overeem is totally recovered here.
No, I don't think he is.
And look how Werdum's using quickness, not putting everything on him. He's being quick here, looking for the finish.
Level change from Cavallo. Plants Overeem on his back.
Big takedown for Fabricio Werdum. 2:27 to go.
You guys like that strategy?
I think it's perfect right now. This is how Stipe finished him. He's hurt. Fabricio's connected several times hard this round. I mean, Alistair could be in real trouble here. If Fabricio could posture up with his head pressed up against the cage here, Alistair can't move his head.
Got to wonder if in Werdum's mind, he won round 1 and feels like this will win him round 3, and he's looking for a decision victory. I think he should look to pass here, get into a more, and there he goes, get a more dominant position. Potentially search for a submission or finish him via ground and pound. Don't be content, because you just never know how these first 2 rounds are scored.
Now Overeem closes the guard, but zero thought for Werdum to go back to his feet.
I think he's in a good position. I think what he should try to do is posture up and separate those legs.
Yeah.
And in those scrambles, he could perhaps catch Alistair, but Alistair's catching a break here. He's clearing his head.
Guard's wide open. Look to the time to pass is right now.
Yeah, well, at least he gets to posture up with the guard wide open. Now, as soon as Alistair grabs a hold behind his neck, then he can't do that anymore. Not a lot of time here.
Yep, 45 seconds to go in what could be a heavyweight title eliminator here.
And he just runs the risk. If he rides this out, you run the risk of losing by decision. You just never know with these judges. I think we both feel like Werdum won round 1 and that Reem won round 2, and obviously Werdum is winning round 3 right now by a good margin.
Yeah, the biggest margin so far in the fight.
And it points back to your point you made on the 10-9 system, right? This has been by far the best round by anybody in this fight, and it could receive the same exact score as the first round did.
Yes, it's ridiculous.
Good hammer fist by Werdum here down the stretch.
Not much time.
Well, if you are the Werdum corner, that's what you were looking for in that third and final round. The question is, will it be enough to preserve his ranking as the #1 heavyweight contender. Werdum and Overeem go the distance. This fight replay is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
And here it is. Boom! Big knee on the chin. Legs give out for Overeem, and Fabricio jumps all over him. There's a nice right hand. Stunned him further. Jab. You see the rubber-legged Overeem moving up to the cage, and Fabricio takes him to the ground and controlled him, but really never got anything big off after that.
And I expected after that takedown to maybe see Werdum look to pass, look for a submission from top. Otherwise, man, maybe keep it on the feet a few more seconds if you can land one more knee and finish that fight.
Werdum just went over to Dana White and said commentary. Wants his Spanish or Portuguese commentary job back. Let's get to the fight summary, brought to you by Performance Inspired. The all-natural high-performance line of sports nutrition trusted by athletes and health enthusiasts. Visit pi-nutrition.com. So, again, not a lot of numbers to digest here, but the knockdown for Werdum in round 3, the takedown, significant head strikes, even significant body strikes piling up there in that third and final round for Vicavallo, Fabricio Werdum. They are calculating the scores here. The official decision is brought to you by Metro PCS, who brings you closer than ever to the UFC on a fast nationwide 4G LTE network. We'll see which man remains the heavyweight contender here in just a matter of moments. Fabricio Werdum and Alistair Overeem complete their trilogy here tonight. They go the distance for the second time in 3 meetings. Here now, Bruce Buffer with that decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 28-28, 29-28, and 29-28 for the winner by majority decision, Alistair Overeem.